Hello everybody and welcome back for some weekly VR news. As always, I'm Mateo311 and this is your channel for everything VR related. While this might be a pretty lame week for new game releases, we do on the other hand have a bombshell of new game announcements. This includes titles like World War Z, Ninja Turtles, a massive update to Behemoth, and even an upcoming Deadpool game, which I've been able to confirm from multiple sources. On top of that, Pimax recently got caught in some scams, the PlayStation VR 2 is on sale again, and I know of at least one other big update that will get announced this week. Now there are of course links and timestamps if you want to skip ahead, but before we jump in, this video is brought to you by the mixed reality dogfighting title, Alex and the Jets. If you're in the market for a fun, casual mixed reality experience, I highly recommend you check out this game. It allows you to take control of a squirrel-driven prop plane and then go toe-to-toe against an array of different enemies. Overall, it does an excellent job of utilizing your play space. It's really fun to watch all these planes whizzing by, and you can even collect coins to unlock new skins and hats to wear in game. While it's still on the more casual side, it's definitely one of the more entertaining mixed reality games I've recently played. Like normal, there's a link down in the description if you want to go check it out, which does include the standard Meta affiliate discount. Okay, so let's start this video off like normal with the check-in. And that's what have I been up to in the VR world lately? Well, besides that, I just want to start off by saying last Friday, I posted a very personal video, something I was kind of scared to post, some stuff I'm going through. And I just wanted to say a huge thank you to you guys. In the first 24 hours, I literally received hundreds of comments and they were all positive. You guys are absolutely amazing. A lot of people thanking me for posting the video. A lot of people expressing the fact that they're going through the same stuff. I cannot tell you what this means to me. You guys are absolutely amazing. And that's why I'm so committed to you guys and the channel. Like, I couldn't believe this. I was, I posted it just to get stuff off my chest and feel better. And thinking maybe, no one would listen, no one would care. I don't really care. This was like kind of from me. And like I said, the outpouring of support has been insane. So thank you guys so much. If you haven't seen that video, it has nothing to do with VR. But if you are one of the people that commented, just know I read every single comment. I do not have the time to respond to hundreds of comments, but I read every single one. And you guys, like I said, are incredible. This community is fantastic. And I just want to give back to you guys as much as possible. But that's it. I mean, I'm still playing the latest games. I have a lot going on, a couple secret projects. Eventually, I'll talk about them. I can't just yet. But for now, let's get into this week's new releases. So like I said in the intro, this is a pretty dull week, and I actually missed last week's release of Hard Bullet on the Meta Quest 3. This is an excessively brutal first-person shooter that also has physics-based combat. The best comparison out there would be something like Boneworks or Bone Lab, but you're actually fighting human opponents that are filled with blood and guts. So maybe it's more like a modern-day Blade and Sorcery that replaces spells with guns. Now, I only played a very early beta version of this game, which was too janky for me, but that was years ago. Now, I'm trying to free up some time to jump into this one, and like normal, if you guys want me to review it, please let me know right now down in the comments. Now, moving on to games that are actually releasing this week, I only have one title on my list, and that's Little Thief. Prepare yourself for a good old-fashioned B&E, where you get to steal everything in sight. And don't spend a second thinking about the criminality here, because this is a cute cartoon world, and you're only stealing from rich people. Now, joking aside, it does look like this could be some cool, casual fun, but as you guys know, this is not my type of game. Now, if this does resonate with you, or you actually tried it, please let me know what you think down in the comments. Now, moving on to game updates. This week, we're getting the Rites of Wrath update for Skydance's Behemoth. Now, if you never got around to that game, it is a story-driven action-adventure title with physics-based combat filled with these absolutely massive creatures that you need to take down. This new free DLC is introducing 2 new gameplay modes, including the Arena and the Behemoth Trials. These basically just cut out the fat and focus on the 2 best aspects of the game, namely fighting large groups of enemies and going straight into battle against the game's biggest enemies. Now, I'm definitely planning to jump back in, so let me know if you want some coverage this week. Now, the puzzle-driven story experience Epyka is also making its way onto the PlayStation VR 2 this week. In Epyka, you journey to a remote island to finish the life work of your father, who is trying to discover humanity's first civilization. Unfortunately, though, that's not all you'll find, because there's also an ancient evil lurking here that's watching your every step. Luckily, though, you'll be traveling with your companion dog, and of course, dogs make everything better. Epyka previously released on the Meta Quest, receiving solid reviews, so if you're looking for a new story-driven puzzle experience, you might want to check this one out. But now let's move into those huge announcements I promised, starting with Team Beef working on a port for Counterstrike 1.6. This both classic and iconic shooter that permanently changed competitive first-person shooters will now be unofficially ported to the Meta Quest 3. Now, not only will this be running on standalone headsets, but it's also supposed to have cross-play support with PC players, easy online server creation, the ability to spawn in bots for practice and solo play, and of course all the VR features we expect, like 6 degrees of freedom and full motion controls. Best of all, it's even supposedly coming in the near future. But I also completely understand that not everyone is into ports, nor are they interested in replaying older titles. That's why I'm really excited to report that recently a lot of exciting new games have been announced. First up is a massive new zombie shooter, World War Z. Now I know VR zombie shooters might feel like a dime a dozen, but what sets this game apart is just how big those zombie hordes will be. They've somehow managed to get these massive 100+ zombie swarms to work on a standalone headset. You'll also have access to 7 different playable characters, a weapon and perk system, 3 difficulty options, and some massive environments to fight across. Now I'm definitely excited for this game, but I was pretty disappointed when I heard it was single player only, as I personally really enjoyed the World War Z game that came to flat screen years ago, as it was like a new take on the Left 4 Dead formula. I'm still holding on the hope though that this will be a solid game, and we'll find out more when it releases on August 12th. But since I mentioned multiplayer, we're also getting a 4-player Ninja Turtles title. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Empire City was just recently announced, planning to release sometime in 2026. You'll get to master each of the Turtles' signature weapons, parkour your way through New York City, and take down some iconic enemies, including plenty of foot soldiers. Now, I actually grew up watching the original Ninja Turtle series and playing the arcade beat-em-up titles, so I'm absolutely pumped for this one. But if that doesn't sound like your style, why not become a spy in the sequel to Unseen Diplomacy? Your role as an elite agent continues, and now you're on a mission to stop an evil doomsday plot. The all-new dynamic campaign introduces tactical choices, new gadgets and disguises, and of course an array of new dangers. There's also a large focus on replayability and a brand new mixed reality mode for Quest 3 owners. Unseen Diplomacy 2 is currently listed as coming soon, and I'll let you guys know when I have additional updates. Now before we get into today's main topic, I just want to go over 2 hardware stories. The first is the PlayStation VR 2 is currently on sale. You can get a bundle deal with Horizon Call of the Mountain for $350, which is great. The headset now works for PCVR. You do need to buy a separate adapter, but it is a solid PCVR headset. It also has an excellent lineup of games. Like it has Resident Evil 8, it has Call of the Mountain, it has GT7, titles you really can't get anywhere else. I personally love Synapse. So overall, it's solid. If you already own a PlayStation 5 or a PlayStation 5 Pro and you want to get into VR and you're really looking for like higher quality or higher graphical fidelity VR games, it's a great route to go. I know you guys are going to be like, I thought you crap on the PlayStation VR 2. No. Guys, just to clarify my position one final time, which won't be the final time, I expected more. I wanted a bigger investment from Sony. I wanted more first-party titles. I wanted them to be a leader in first-party or AAA VR experiences, which they're not. They kind of gave up on it. But third-party games have been kicking butt. There's been solid releases like Arcane Age and Hitman World of Assassination. So it's still a very good platform for VR games. Now, our other hardware story is Pimax pulling some shady scams. It has been revealed that they had an incentive program where they were basically paying off people for things like positive reviews. And it's funny because if you are a visitor of Reddit, you would constantly see that. Like, this is a fake review. This is a fake review. People will be like, all the reviews of people posting on Reddit, like, hey, I just came here. I'm not affiliated with Pimax, and I'm just a regular, completely casual user who picked up a $80 billion Pimax crystal, blah, blah, blah. And I think it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, there are some few things, just to sound legitimate, I have to say there are a few things that weren't perfect, but I think it's the best headset ever. And there were stuff like this, and it's been called out constantly. And now we're finding out, yeah, it's straight up true. Like, they had an incentive program, and they admitted they went too far. And as much as I want to love Pimax, like, they do some really cool things, and they always push boundaries. They're just this really weird company. Like, they release things that are constantly unfinished. They make promises they never deliver on. It almost seems like they have ADD. Like, before they finish one thing, they moved on to 7 other. But that's just so they always have like this constant influx of hype and money coming in. Like, No, just wait. The next big thing is right around the corner. Just wait. I'll buy this now and it'll give you a sale on the next one. Or you could use the price off on the next headset. And then that next headset like never materializes. It's crazy. And they're actually kind of hard to work with too, which makes it even worse. They send content creators like myself multiple broken headsets. So as much as I want to love them and I hope, for the best, like I hope their Dream Air is a solid, amazing headset. Honestly, I wish the best for them. It's just like, what is going on over there? Who was thinking this program was a good idea? But let's move on from that and get into probably the biggest story. The fact that I've basically confirmed that a Deadpool VR game is coming. I've spoken to 2 separate people. I'm not going to name names, but Xander from Meat Space Interactive, the developer of Vendetta Forever, has publicly said on Twitter that, this was a real game and he did try it. And we know it's coming from Twisted Pixel. Twisted Pixel is a studio that Meta acquired a while back. I've spoken about them multiple times. Like, people are like, where are the big Meta games? They bought all these studios. Where are all the games? And I was like, guys, you got Iron Man, you got Batman, that's camouflage. You got Asgard's Wrath 2. Unfortunately, things fell through with Ready at Dawn. We thought we'd get a Meta Quest Lone Echo, but that never happened. Regardless, they say, oh, what's going on? They're not doing anything. No, they're working on it. And the one I've been saying is going to drop the next big game was Twisted Pixel. Now, if you don't remember them, they did Defector, which I loved, which was ahead of its time. They did Path of the Warrior. They did Wilson's Heart. So they have a solid catalog of games that they've done in the past. Now, if you give them some meta money and a well-known IP, I think it's going to kick ass. And what I've heard about this game is it basically is cel-shaded. It's a shooter, array of different guns, like a ton of different guns, and of course you have katanas. So it's going to be like that, basically hero game where you feel super empowered and kill a ton of enemies. I don't know much about the storyline or the overall gameplay, but yeah, it looks like it's happening, and it looks like it'll be announced pretty soon, so I'm pumped. And I just will end with one more thing, guys, before I say subscribe and all that stuff and drop your comments for the algorithm and thank you for the support. Before that, I want to say, I know this week one more cool little announcement's dropping. For me, it's a big one. I'm trying to be really careful what I say here and not reveal anything, but there's going to be a nice little announcement or preview this week of something that I'm looking forward to. And that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and drop a thumbs up, maybe some comments. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I am very close to 100K. If you're not subscribed, do it now. What are you thinking, guys? Please. And I'll, of course, see you guys on next time.